Welcome back everyone, it's PC Player Malk again. So before we get into this episode, I really want to say thank you to everyone, to all the comments, all the likes, all the views and all the new subscribers my channel's received off the back of my first episode of this survival roleplay. I'm really grateful to it. It's great to see that, you know, maybe I've got a channel here that people want to watch. Yeah, so thanks for that. Actually, I'm recording this the day before episode 2 goes out, so I still don't know how episode 2 is going to perform and how people are going to respond to it, but let's hope that it's the same as the first episode. Right, so we'll get into it. A few things that we need to have a quick look at beforehand. Now obviously I don't really have all the rules that Daggerwin and Chainsaw are playing to. And what you might notice as well, that we're now minus $116. So what's happened is, and I wasn't aware of this, if I go in here into finances, we actually have a £200,000 loan, and at the bottom you can see in August we paid $666, well, August and September. So I shouldn't really be having that, because I'm sure that we shouldn't have set off with any debt. So what I need to do is I need to add that money back into the account along with the 200,000, pay off the loan, and then we're back to how it should be, how the game should be. I've also worked out as well that they're not playing with seasons. I had looked down their options list and there was no like calendar for when to grow, and that explains why Daggerwin was able to plant wheat in his first episode. Yeah, so I've now took seasons out of the game, and the other thing I noticed as well was that the economy that they're playing on has to be on easy based on the prices that came up in here. So I've also changed now to easy mode. What that means is that when we sold the tomatoes, we had 1,000 litres of tomatoes, which we sold for, I think it was $435. That should really have been about $1,400. So I would like to add the £1,000. However, I'm going to have to check before I do any of the repayment on the bank balances. I made a mistake when I put the money back in when we sold the Fiat. Don't know how I did it, but anyhow. Maths isn't exactly weak for me, but it's obvious now it's not that strong. So I think I got it wrong by £1,000. So what I suggest is that the £1,000 we lost on the tomatoes is going to cancel out the £1,000 extra that I gave myself for this tractor. So that's all square. So what I'll do is I'll go and add the money, get rid of the loan, and then I'll see you back and we'll get started on this day. Okay, right, so I've got that sorted now. So as you can see, the $666 times 2 was $1,332 plus the 200, and I added that to the account, and then I've now paid off the loan, which leaves us with $1,215. So everything should be right, and we can get into it. So first off, I think we had our new field that we planted, which is up here. Yeah, so we've got a few weeds coming through. They're only small. It's 100% fertilised, and we've got a yield bonus of 65%, which is because we're missing lime and it's not ploughed, I think. And if we go and check out on our canola field, canola is pretty much the same, 68% yield, 100% fertilised. It needs lime, needs ploughing. So I think the first job we'll do is we'll get in the tractor and we'll get the sprayer attached and we'll deal with these weeds. Oh yeah, you'll also notice at the end of the last episode, after I went round with the roller again, getting rid of as many of the stones as I could, I also brought the combine back down. Right, so we're about to get started on this field. I've refilled it. It had needed about another 70 litres to fill it up, but yeah, so I'll get up here and I'll get all the weeds treated in this field, and then we'll see what we can do next. But it's likely going to be selling those tomatoes. Okay, so we're about finished now. Just coming up on this final bit. Unfortunately, we haven't got any section control on this sprayer, so we are overlapping quite a bit of the field here on this last pass. I mean, it's probably not worth doing when you see the amount of weeds and how that'll affect the crop yield. But this field's all done now, fully fertilised. We've got rid of all the weeds. Just need to wait for it all to grow now. Right, so I think the next thing that we need to do, we'll get these pallets, we'll get these up and get them sold, see how much money we get off them. I'm guessing it's going to be knocking on nearly $2,000, which is it's not a bad price really. I'm just wondering, I can't do it. I was hoping I'd be able to stack them high enough to be able to get one, you know, so I can take all three together, put these two together and then stick the third one on the top, but it doesn't look like that's going to work, so we'll have to take 2 trips. Right, so I'll get these to the store and I'll see you there and we'll see how much money we make from these. Well, my estimate was a little bit off, $1,400. That's not bad, it's not bad. We have got another pallet to sell, so that's probably about another $700. So I'm just trying to think what we can do next. I think the obvious answer is to just create another field. My only other suggestion would be, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, but perhaps it's time we started cutting down some trees. and making some money that way. Yeah. But it seems to be part of the game, and I'm honestly stuck for money at the moment now, until we get our first crops in. So I'll just have a look, see what we can do, how we're going to transport them, and then I'll get back to you. Right, so I've had a quick look in the store. Unfortunately, there was nothing suitable on sale, but what I did find is this trailer. It was in the bale loaders. So here we've got this bale trailer. There's nothing much we can do with it. There's no configurations to be able other than colour. So if we buy that, that's $1,500, and then we'll need a chainsaw, which is $1,000. We have enough money to do that, so that's what I'm going to do. So we'll buy that. Yes, there we are. And then we shall get the chainsaw. Not really sure, but I'll go for this. I'll go for Husqvarna. Okay. So I think we'll just start up here in this little bit of forest. We do own the majority of this here, up to about this line, perhaps somewhere here. So I'll just start from. We won't take these ones out. I don't know if these are going to grow or whether they're a fixed size, but yeah, we'll see what we can do with this, and I'll get back to you. So I need to be aware of making the logs. Oh, that bit went. Something that I can actually pick up. So let's just see. Can I pick that up? Yes, I can. I don't want to get too cocky, because the longer you can leave them, the more money you can make. But obviously, as we get further down the trunk, they get high. They get more heavy. Still do that one. Yep. That one's still okay. I'm thinking these are fairly good sizes. Should get some decent money out of them. So that's saying it's weighing 167 kilograms. I don't know about you, but that would be quite a challenge for anyone to lift. I definitely can't lift that now. So taking a gamble here. Oh yeah, so I made that. So I think what I'll try and do is I'll just try and save as much of it as possible. There we go. Keep them as long as we can until we can afford to get a loader for the tractor, and then alright, so I'll have to be a bit more careful. I'll maybe just make this into 3 sections. That's 1, 2, 3. Now I think I do have the lumberjack mod on. I'm not sure how it works. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Right, so I can pick that up. Yes, yes, yes. That's okay. Right, we'll head up to the store, we'll pick up that trailer, and then we'll come back down and see how many we can get on this trailer. I'm getting the feeling this trailer is going to look really small. Well, here we are. It's actually not too bad. I think we're going to get quite a few logs on this. I'm hoping with it being a bale trailer that we can actually strap to it, so yep, that's okay. Alright, so I'll see you back at the field and we'll see how many logs we can get on this trailer. Okay, here we go. So we're back at the field. Let's just see what we can do with these. I think maybe this is going to be the best way to load. Yep, they're about the width of the trailer, which is nice. Okay, so there's that first tree all stacked up. So I think maybe I'll do another one or two. We'll get to the store, see how much money we make from them. Right, so we've only just got a few final bits left to do. Most of them are quite light. And then we'll get this all strapped in. And I think I've got two long bits from the top of a tree there that we can try and balance on top. I think this is very similar to that. So let's try. Oh, I've got one here that's fallen off. Let's get that sorted first. I think I'll just. Oh. Yeah, I think I'll just strap this one in first. And that one, and that one, there we go. Right, so let's try and get this balanced on top. We'll just put that strap around it quickly. There's two more here. Oh, no. I think I should probably just leave it, but I can't. So let's just try it again. Ooh. That's got it. And I think there's another one. Is that it there? There it is. It's more of a stick really. Get that fired in between the two. And there might be, yep, there is. a small section here, so that can just sit there. Okay. Right, so we'll get up to the store and we'll see what this is worth. I've literally got no idea. Well, hopefully it's enough to do some more expansion with. So I think somewhere over here is the trigger for it. Is it? I'm not sure. I'll just have a quick look, see what, put the markers on so I know what's happening. Oh, it just didn't get far enough up to the door. So, and here we are. So, we're going to make $4,814. Yep, that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. Maybe there is something in wood after all. Right, so we'll head back down to the field and we'll see what this sort of money can enable us to do. Right, looks like we're starting to run out of room in our makeshift farmyard. So our let me quick look. So yeah, so our greenhouse still has plenty of water in it. What I'm going to quickly do, I'm just going to enable flight mode, and we can take a look from above, see what we're going to do. So I think I was thinking about having this section here. If I just expand the minimap. Oh, I can't. Right, okay. So down in the corner, yeah, so this is running along our field boundary. I'm a little bit off it, but that's more like our field boundary. So I think if I just make all this section underneath this road, the road that we can't quite see, well, you can see it up there. I mean, that's quite a big field. I mean, that would be good if we could make that into a grass field to cut silage. But really, well, cut grass for silage, I should say. But to do that, we're going to need a mower. So let's have a quick look at mowers. And I don't think with $5,000 there's really anything that we can have. Well, okay. So we have this this mower here. It's 1.6 meters. I think, to be honest, it's a bit small for the size of field that I want to do. So perhaps that's going to have to wait. The only other thing I was thinking is if we make another field. If I can run up the side of the wheat field we created, I suppose I could get rid of those two trees eventually. But if I just ran up here, following the same length, and go out to the field boundary, we should have another field about the same size as that. But for now, what I think we'll do is we'll just get back in the tractor and we'll get the cultivator on and we'll go and create another field. As I said, just up the side of our wheat field. I'm going to get rid of these pallet forks. It shouldn't be far away from having another pallet of tomatoes as well. so we can get those sold at the end of the episode. Okay, so I just want to get myself lined up. That's 0 degrees now. I think I'm probably a bit close, so I'll move over. Maybe a bit more. Probably easier to start at the tree, to be honest, but we'll give that a go just there. Okay. Maybe just back up a touch, bring it in line with that one. There we are. Right, let's make a start. If I'm too close, I can always cut it down anyway. It's just nice. That's just where we want it to be. Okay, so now it's just up and down, and then we'll get the planter out. Still haven't decided what we're going to grow yet, but I can have a think about that. So I'll see you all when I'm finished. Okay everyone, so that's the field cultivated now. It wasn't too bad, didn't take too long, but it's a good sized field. It's not quite as wide as the wheat field next to us here, but it isn't far off it, and I think eventually what we'll do is just connect these two together, but that's a bit off at the moment. So I'll head back to the farm, I'll pick up the drill, and we'll get some crop in it. So it's looking like the seed is going to need refilled, so we'll just take a quick run back to the store, refill it, and then I'll see you back at the field when we started planting. Okay, so we're out of seed and fertilizer. Fortunately, I didn't go crazy and buy something, so we've got plenty of money to replenish our stocks. So that's our seed, and that's our fertilizer. Okay, we're refilled, so I'll see you back at the field and I'll try and decide what crop we're going to go for. Okay, so I've decided the best things to go for is soybeans, based on absolutely no evidence at all. Just thought, I don't often do soybeans. The sell price is usually pretty good of them, but you don't get any straw or anything else that you could use. I'm kind of thinking that if the canola is ready to harvest before the wheat, if we could just sell the canola and perhaps buy a baler of some sort, and then when the wheat's ready to harvest we can pick that up and sell the straw as well. It would seem pointless to not do that. Certainly I don't think you get any benefit in fertilization stage from cultivating your straw back into the ground. And these early stages of game, you need every bit of money you can get, so it makes sense to be able to capitalize on that. And a baler will come in handy at some point in the game. Certainly one of the things that I want to get into is animals, most likely sheep, so we can get the wool and make an easy production. I think a spinnery, and then a tailor's shop, where you only need sort of one product to produce something. And maybe that's what we could do down in that little bottom triangle there. We could maybe find a small sheep pasture and place that down there. But I'll continue with the seeding. Maybe time lapse this one, maybe not. And I'll see you when it's finished. Well, that's that field all done now. I say all done, just seeded. So we've got 100% fertilisation, 65% yield. So just the stones to remove. So we'll head back to the farmyard, pick up the roller, and get this last bit done in the field. And what I'll do, I'll just buzz through this. I'll see you all at the end, because I don't think it's going to work that effectively, and I'll probably end up just running around the field chasing those final stones. So, bit of a job for me, but it's a matter of a jump cut for you. So I'll see you in a bit, or not a bit, as it might be. Right, well, I finally got this finished. I didn't get every stone out. It's just, as you can see just from the track marks, I've pretty much gone over the whole field twice, in quite a scattered version, just trying to find the stones and get them pressed in. But it's like you have to really catch sort of under the bit where the tyre is. You know, if you go down the centre of the roller, it doesn't seem to want to press them in. It might be worthwhile trying it on its tow bar instead of on the 3-point linkage, but that we could do that another time as an experiment. So I think now we're about finished for the day, or the month as it will be. Say there are 2 pallets of tomatoes there we can sell, so just for the final thing to do, we'll pick those pallets up, get them up to the store, and then we'll end the video. Okay, and let's just see what we make. I'm guessing it's going to be about another $1,400. Yeah, $1,443. So that's not a bad end. We're doing all right. I say we're just probably going to have to do a little bit more timber, get some more logs sold, and I'll probably have a look, see what, see if there's any small sheep pastures or anything like that, and then we'll work towards getting some animals. For that, I think though I'm going to have to get some way of feeding them, which is likely to be grass or hay. I'm not sure how we'll do that just yet, but it's something to work for. At least I definitely think that buying this greenhouse, that was a really good idea, especially as the water's free. You know, that's like going to be a constant income, and it just stops us dipping below every month and keeping our head above water. Right, so I'll just have one final check. Yep, and there is 5,500 litres of water there, and yeah, our fields are coming on all right. You can definitely tell the difference in size between these two, but once we get a bit more money in the bank, we can take out these trees, join this field up, and that'll be a lot easier to work with. Not sure what we'll do with this. We're gonna need to buy another bit of land to make any use of it, I suppose. I can take this tree out and extend it. That's one solution we could do. I mean, we could always plant grass in here and maybe make this into a bit of a grass field to get hay and silage from. But yeah, so I think that's it for now. Thank you all for watching. Again, I really appreciate all the likes and the comments and the new followers. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all again next week. Take care. Bye bye for now.